How's it going, everyone? I'm SirJames, coming at you guys with another custom lightsaber review. This time we have one that's fitting for this week, and that is for the upcoming sequel to Jedi Fallen Order called Jedi Survivor that is releasing tonight/tomorrow. And this is going to be the repaired version of the hilt that we've seen Cal Kestis use in the trailer, which I definitely can't wait to see also the other lightsaber forms presented into the game. Now, I did acquire this lightsaber from ArtSabers, which is going to be the Profi variation of this. And as far as the maker of the hilt, the maker is going to be the TXQ, if you guys were curious, which I'll have links to this in the description down below. Same thing for the font package that I did put in this lightsaber for this review as well. In terms of what exactly do you get, you are going to be getting, of course, a lightsaber case. You will also get a lightsaber stand, some gloves, all the necessary tools, blade, the whole shebang, so everything that you need to transport your saber, to display your saber, to take it apart, to charge it, and to play with it, and one whole package, good to go right then and there. Here is a closer look at this hilt. Now, the main difference, of course, is going to be instead of the whole damaged version here at the pommel section, you are going to get, as you can see, the now repaired variation. In fact, let me go ahead and bring a piece over. This bottom part that I'm about to bring over is the bottom section of the 89 Sabers version of the hilts. And focus. There you go. So as you can see, this is the damaged version that we've seen previously. And now we have the fixed version with a nice way to clip it onto a belt, which I did try this as far as clipping it onto a belt on one of my Disney trips. It actually felt pretty nice in terms of how it hung there. Worked out pretty well, actually. So yeah, overall, pretty impressive, pretty nice looking. Now, if you guys are curious, I will be showcasing a 89 Sabers version of this at a later date. So just kind of a heads up too. In terms of how this looks, or not how it looks, but in terms of how do you access the battery and the Profi board, you simply unscrew this entire black grip section. Slide this down. First off, you will see that the battery is 100% removable. We flip this around, we have our Profi board, so you can easily access that. So the board is not only easily accessible, but same thing with the SD card that's located underneath the board. So if you need to add and customize, you might know a little bit of extra going on a little bit here at the end here, which is not normally seen in a lot of these custom sabers, but you also notice this whole extra bit right here. You might be wondering what that is about. Well, when the saber is turned on, this end right here actually glows, and it's going to match with whatever the main blade is going to be, which is pretty neat. So which means that for those of you who are planning on customizing your lightsaber fonts, do note that you do not need to worry about any crystal chamber configuration. All you need to do as far as your configuration is just whatever your main blade is going to be, that's it, because this will match the main blade. Now, the cool thing about that lighting up is the fact that when this is together, you get a nice little window thing here on the bottom when this is lit. Which, let me go ahead and turn this off and show you. So you do get a nice window display here at the bottom, which is pretty neat. So you'll have your main blade here. It doesn't like the chrome finish, that's for sure. My camera doesn't. But yeah, you get a nice little preview there. In fact, let me change color. There you go. So I thought that was really cool in my opinion. So just kind of a nice little subtle effect. Some people may not like it. I like it myself, and I thought it was cool. So before we take this outside, I do want to let you guys know that as far as the lightsaber fonts, this does come with quite a few lightsaber fonts in the package pre-installed for you, with gesture controls like twist on and twist off and so forth. But the fonts that I'm showcasing in today's review are not the same fonts. In fact, I removed all those original fonts. If you want to know what the original fonts are, you could always revert back to last week's review of the Bone Kestis saber, or you can go and check out my review on the Darksaber review from ArtSabers. The saber fonts in those are the same that would come with this by default. So I removed them and decided to add a font package by Kyberphonic, which has stuff related to, well, Jedi Fallen Order, just to kind of, you know, to go with the theme here a little bit, to celebrate the release of the game and whatnot. So like I said, I already have blue and green that you just heard. You also have the following:
yellow, orange, purple, cyan, indigo, magenta, red.
Second, sister. Good for nothing, Jedi.
Now, even though in the original game we didn't have white, I did include white, which is the exact font, or not font, is the exact sound taken from the kyber crystals from Savi's workshop.
White.
And if you guys were curious how that sounds with smooth swing enabled, oh yeah, it just got real. But anyways, oop, my bad. So anyways, let's go ahead and take this outside and see how it handles.
a Jedi.
White.
Ah. I was doing so well too. Alright, welcome back everyone. I have to say it definitely handled pretty well. I was tossing it up in the air, catching it. I did drop it a couple times, but as you saw there, since my drops were not on purpose, it did hold very well, even though I was over grass. So I'm definitely not going to be doing this over concrete. I'm not that crazy, or at least as far as I'm aware. But yeah, it handled pretty well. It felt comfortable, and also I didn't feel like any unnecessary things like causing any issues, because previously with the 89 Sabers version, these little sections here that are on both sides, usually on the 89 Sabers version, they stick out a little bit more and the edges are relatively sharp. But here on this one, no, I'm just like rubbing my hand on this and I'm not feeling any form of cuts or scrapes or anything like that, or discomfort, which is good. So that means that these have definitely been filed down for your initial use, which is good. In terms of the saber itself, it is a 2-button activation. So you have your main button here and you have your secondary button located right up here on this little switch. And it's as simple as that. But yeah, it did handle very well. I don't really have any form of complaints whatsoever, but you guys can let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Like I said, I'll have a link to this review in the video description, along with the fonts that I've used as well, because I don't tend to do that as often, but I'm trying to improve the content a little bit here and there. Now, if you are curious about the 89 Sabers variation of this existing hilt, I will be showcasing that not next week, but the week after. If you guys were curious, and I'll even do like a showcase of the two as a comparison, so you guys can figure out which one is going to interest you. Do you prefer the TXQ version, or do you prefer the one by 89 Sabers, and so forth. But until then, I hope you guys look forward to the release of Jedi Survivor. I'm looking forward to playing it myself. Until then, always remember, may the Force be with you.